Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing what do you need to hear right now. And to do this reading we are going to be picking 4 piles together. So 1, I feel this one wants to come out as well. 2, all right, 3 and 4. Let's see what we have for today's reading. All right, so for pile number 1, this is your card. My apologies, there we go. This is your card. It says Healing the Divine Masculine. For pile number 2, this is what your card looks like, and it says High Priestess. For pile number 3, this is what your card looks like, and it's named the Lunar Queen. And for pile number 4, we have this card, and it's named Truths Unveiled. Unveiled, sorry. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the Lapis Lazuli. And this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, we have the yellow Aventurine. And this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 3, we have the red Jasper, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 4, we have the green Aventurine, and this is what your crystal looks like. So take a look at which one of these 4 piles you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. And as I always say, let your intuition guide you to the readings you are supposed to watch, where your message lies, because your intuition is your magic. It is what leads you to the right reading. It's the magic in this whole thing, where you are led to listen to exactly what you need to listen to. So let it guide you, whether it's just one, several, or maybe all. Sometimes you know it's just one and that's the one you want to listen to. Sometimes you know it's several, in which order. And sometimes you have this feeling that this whole reading is actually yours. It's for you. So let it lead the way. Whichever reading it is calling for you to do, let that happen. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your card shuffling and preparation process. As always, it is lovely to have you here. I love having you around and part of the card preparation process, so welcome. And let's begin your preparation process. But before we do, let me introduce the cards to you. On the left are the oracle cards that we will be using, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for your reading today. And if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, please know that I leave their names down in the description box always for you to check them out whenever you want to. I feel like this one is calling out, so I'm going to take it. Right, so now, what do you need to hear right now? What do you need to hear right now? There we go. Now let's move on to the next deck. Whoa, I didn't see that. But it's definitely there for a reason. So there we go. Did you see that? No, you did not see that. There we go. What you need to hear right now. There we go. Cards were definitely jumping out. There's a strong message for you guys today. Okay, so it's time for the tea leaves. We are going to divide them into 4. 1 for each pile. What do you need to hear right now? Thanks. What? Whoa. Okay, so these are for you. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. Broom, new home, new attitude. Look, if you're watching the preparation process, there's a strong message for you. You will be overcoming some strong times, some difficult times, some difficult obstacle. But it is saying that there is some actual cleaning up to do to allow this energy to flow in your life. This is really your message. If you have maybe a certain room, maybe the storage room, or maybe the office, or some wiping to do, I think that your guides are saying that this is an important time to do that cleaning so that you allow that energy to flow. All right, that's a very specific message. And let's continue. So this is something that you definitely needed to hear right now too. Wow. If you were watching, if you are of course watching the preparation process. Right. Whoa, that was quick. There we go. The cards are just jumping out today. Have you not noticed? Okay, looks like today is a very important reading. Let's see your tarot cards now, and as usual we'll be taking 2 cards from each deck for each of our 4 piles, of course. Oh, thanks. 1 and 1. So what do you need to hear right now? There we go. Okay. Next deck. What do you need to hear right now? Can we kindly know, please, what do the 4 piles need to hear right now, please? Thank you very much. All right. Next deck. Oh, 2, okay. What do you need to hear right now, please? what you need to hear right now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a card sticking out, so I'm gonna take it. 2, oh, thanks. 3 and 4. There we go. So our 4 piles are now ready. Let's put them, as always, neatly together to prepare for your reading. We'll take pile number 1. There it is. Pile number, oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, we'll have space for the rest of the 4 piles. Actually, I think that would be much safer. So that is pile 1 with the Lapis Lazuli. There we go. Pile number 2. With the yellow Aventurine. Pile number 3. There we go. With the red Jasper. And pile number 4. There we go. With the green Aventurine. So, our 4 piles for today's reading are now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I will always express how I feel, even if it gets boring. That's just how I feel. I'm so grateful for you guys. Love spending this time with you. Thank you so much. Sending you so much love. And let's get into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Lapis Lazuli. Can you see that? No, there we go. You've chosen the beautiful Lapis Lazuli, as well as Healing the Divine Masculine. It says Osiris rises. Let's keep your main card here. Okay. And let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So you have on one side amazed, and on the shadow side you have shocked. So let's keep that right there. You know, there's a word for both of them combined. Actually, it's amazed and a little bit of fear and worry. I think the word is called sublime. Sublime. We'll see why we got this in your reading today. So we're getting the word sublime. That's really cool. You have, the 12th moon mansion ruled by Mars and Mercury in Leo. Really interesting. Okay. And you have tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards to see exactly what you need to hear right now, pile number 1. So you have the 10 of Swords with Ruin. You have the Eight of Swords with shortened force. You have the Queen of Swords, the Sun. A lot of masculine energy here. Okay. You have the Five of Pentacles. Healing here. You have the King of Cups. You have the Nine of Cups, and what a beautiful Nine of Cups. And you have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so what is your message exactly, pile number 1? There is definitely healing here. And it has to do, of course, with your divine masculine. Let me just figure out the whole idea before we delve into the healing, right? So with Mars and Mercury in Leo, we can see a spontaneous action that is either brilliant or one that would lead to a fall. And hence we have the fall here. So your reading is talking about some sort of, especially that you have the Ten of Swords with ruin, some sort of fall that happened, maybe a slowdown that happened in your life. Maybe this is talking about your work or your private life. But we do see that something may have been working, but it stopped, perhaps due to a quick decision that you may not have thought about much, or it simply could have been a fall that was supposed to happen and it did. Something that may have been working well was actually amazing, and then I won't even say halted, it fell, and it's going downhill. And because of that, with the Eight of Swords, you kind of feel stuck at the moment. You feel like with the Eight of Swords that you don't have much in your hands to do, although the Queen of Swords insists that you do have a lot. And there's a lot of healing in this situation because the Five of Pentacles shows lack, and your reading wants to talk to you about healing that lack and starting anew, achieving exactly what you want. So is it a fall in a relationship that you have with someone, one that hits you hard in the heart? Is it a fall at your work, and again it's very painful, you're not sure how to go about it? Or is it a fall in finances that you are maybe struggling to pay off, and you kind of feel like you may not have what it takes to pay it off at the moment? Some sort of struggle is appearing in your reading at the moment. And it's coming from a place where it used to be okay, but then things slowed down. And your reading wants you to hear about today the way to go about this, because it is in your hand. There is a way to heal it and to heal this lack. Your reading is offering you a new beautiful beginning on how to do that. And so we see here with the main energy that you've picked today with the divine masculine, that your reading is mainly focused on the energy, pulling in your energy of divine masculinity to help heal the situation. You know, in our community, we usually focus very much on divine femininity, and boy, is divine femininity just magical. I mean, we cannot help but be drawn to the divine feminine. But we don't want to make the same mistake either in our community as the world, where we focus on one area, one energy, and not the other. always remember that divine masculine and divine feminine is an energy. It's not race. It's an energy within all of us. In fact, however we identify as, the more we have these two energies, I was going to say elements, oh my God, these two energies within us, the more we are balanced and the more there is magic. And so let's talk a little bit about divine masculine and how your reading is guiding you to use that force to heal this tricky situation or this tough situation where there was a fall in your life. Something is dear and important to you that has fallen. And first, before we get into that, let me give quick examples. What is divine masculinity? Divine masculinity is, for example, going after what we want, taking action. It's discernment. It's having inner strength to hold ourselves safe through anything. And so finding that inner strength to find that safety. We're of course not talking about the cliche masculinity. We're talking about authentic masculine energy, the power of honoring boundaries, learning how to respect and be respected without losing our power. It's also learning to serve others, again, from a place of empowerment. All in all, both energies are so important. And in fact, ancient civilizations emphasize and focus on these two energies being balanced. You'll see it with the six-rayed star in many civilizations like Judaism. You'll find it in the Merkaba in ancient Egyptian mythology. You'll find it as the yantra Shatkona, I think is how you pronounce it. Please forgive me, in Hindu mythology. And throughout ancient civilizations, you find them discussing the importance and the magic of having that balance between divine masculinity and divine femininity and what that could create. It's like one of the secrets to being magical. It creates love and harmony within as without. It's if you read about it, it's just magnificent. And so your reading is focusing today on pulling out elements of divine masculinity and taking it into your life. Your reading is saying that there is something in your hands to do to take back control of the situation, to heal that sense of lack. So, for example, we see with the King of Cups here, many elements or many examples. We see people drawing and enjoying their times. Is it about doing what you love, but also pulling out the divine masculine of having the discipline to stick to it, to get the results that you want from it? Is it about dear relationships and connections? Because we see a lot of children, and that reminds me of the Six of Cups. So is it about the divine masculine, from pulling your divine masculine in dear connections? Like, for example, learning to set proper boundaries, or learning to feel safety, find the inner strength to feel safe on your own, and maybe not depend on dear loved ones. Although there's no shame in that, but not depend, but I mean to seek guidance and help, but first and foremost to find that strength and peace within us first. Another example could be helping others without losing your power, following our dreams. Yeah. These are the examples that I see here with the King of Pentacles. My apologies, with the King of Cups. And always be careful, and that's why you have Sublime here. with the difference between enjoying something and letting yourself go, and enjoying it with some factor that may not be totally comfortable. And that's where you find success and balance. If you think about it, it's both the divine powers uniting. So the word sublime comes from being awestruck, but at the same time, there's an element of maybe worry or fear. Like, for example, when we go to the, what is it called? The amusement park. We ride the roller coaster, and then we have a sublime experience because it was so much fun, but there was this element of fear. Or when you finish achieving something creative, it's a sublime experience when it's all done, because you've loved and enjoyed doing it, but there was an element of discipline, sticking to it until it's done. And so the result is really sublime and cannot be explained much. It can only be felt. And here we see that if you want to take that fall and create something sublime out of it, you have to put some divine masculinity into it, as much as you would like to enjoy it. So now is the time to step in. What is it that you need to do? Is it discipline to save off and pay it off? And maybe wait on the things that you want to purchase or do for the time being, even if it's going to take a while, because later on you'll be very proud of yourself and you're going to put yourself in a great position? Is it sticking to achieving your dreams? Or is it setting boundaries with some important and key people in your life, even if that means finding that inner strength to be alone and safe on your own? Pile number 1. All in all, whichever fall your reading is referring to, quite clearly, it's saying that what you need to hear now is to feel that sublime. And to create it, you have to integrate your beautiful divine femininity with your divine masculinity. Pile number 1. And with that, you have a beautiful new beginning for yourself. In fact, you have the 9 of Cups. It's one of my favorite cards. It's like wishing and getting that dream happen. That favorable position that you want to be in, that dream that you have in your mind, that you want to have in your project or with your partner, your friends, or that troubling situation and where you would love to see it. You are going to achieve just that, as in your heart. And to do that, it means getting down to business. Even pile number 1, if it's slow. But remember that slowly but surely wins the race. And sometimes we have to be patient and let it take its journey. And always remember, momentum is created, always. And so it could be slow in the beginning, where you go month after month, or maybe week after week, or day after day, depending on the situation, where it feels very slow. And sometimes you have to really discipline yourself to stick there. But then later on, you find that it just flows and it becomes quickly. Your mind becomes habituated to having that sort of power. You get in touch with your divine masculinity and it goes really quickly. But then on the other side, you find your ultimate power, pile number 1. You find your divine masculinity. And together, you find your power and you achieve exactly what you want, pile number 1. And that is exactly what I see in your reading. Pile number 1, what you need to hear right now is that this situation is totally curable. Not just that, it's curable in the way that you want it in your heart exactly, if not more. And that the situation is totally in your hands. That was your message, my dear pile number 1. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Oh, and if you like Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check my other channel out. You'll find a link to this channel first thing in the description box. And other than that, please don't forget to check out my productivity book, Pile Number 1. Really, this book could help you out in your journey. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But really, it's a book that will kick you off into really being productive while enjoying it at the same time, with simple key concepts and secrets to help you become a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And by the way, now there's also an audiobook if you enjoy listening to books. And that was your reading, my dear Pile Number 1. I hope you've enjoyed it. Wishing you the best from my heart. I know you're gonna do this. You heard this because you can do this. That was your reading, Pile Number 1. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, Pile Number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Yellow Aventurine as well as the High Priestess. It says, mysteries revealed in the eyes of Isis. Let me put your main card right here. And let's take a look at the rest of your cards. Especially, we're starting off with your oracle cards as usual to find out what you need to hear right now, Pile Number 2. So you have on one side, confident. On the shadow side, it has uncertain. Okay, yes. You also have the 21st moon mansion ruled by Mars and the sun, of course, in Sagittarius with dual. And you have diamond. Wow, yes. Now everything is really making sense. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Beautiful. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards, Pile Number 2. You have the Emperor. You have the Prince of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. You have the Nine of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. You have the Seven of Pentacles. You have the Judgment card. Cannot wait to get into this reading. So exciting. You have the Three of Wands. And you have the Six of Swords. Do you see that? All right. So, your message is pretty clear, actually. Pile Number 2. We see with the Nine of Swords first and foremost, and the duel here, there maybe is still, or there was a lot of struggle and anxiety in the last period of your life, whether it's the last 9 months, a couple of months ago, or the last couple of years. There was a lot of uncertainty and not knowing how things are going to go. Sometimes they go well and then they take you a couple of steps back. And you had to mourn many losses at a lot of times, Pile Number 2. And so because of all of these difficulties, even though usually you're someone who, with the High Priestess, who has a lot of belief and trust in the universe, you're very positive in general with all of the yellow here. You always have hope to a new tomorrow. The past couple of months or years have really scared you, and they may have even caused a lot of doubt to whether things will actually get better. And with things going back and you losing several important things to you, they were detrimental, and they caused you to doubt your journey altogether. You had a lot of hope for tomorrow. You had a lot of hope in manifesting great things, but the way things are turning out, they're seeming like maybe they're not really happening. And so your reading here is actually telling you that you're on the precipice at the moment of having that changed and having that turned around. Pile number 2. See, where things were muddled, now it's clearing. And you are at a time where you will start getting these aha moments. Why? Because as things are renewing, the energy is renewing with the Ace of Pentacles and growing with the Seven of Pentacles. You've either started that, and I have a strong feeling that you already started, but if not, the energy I'm picking up means that you're right about to get into that new phase of your life. And notice, as we're saying that, the sun is filling our window here as we're talking. So our reading, as we're talking. So we're seeing here that as things start get unfolding and you start getting new roles, and new roles in your life that are starting to enter into your life, you will have a lot of aha moments, and you will start understanding, finally, starting from now. Pile number 2, because this is your main reading here. This is the main message of your reading here, and what you need to hear right now. With the High Priestess here, on your life, on your journey, on your life experiences, and they're suddenly going to start making sense. Now that you're standing in a new role or getting new things to do and using what happened from the past, or using the benefits of the things that happened from the past, you'll start looking at from a bigger perspective, and it will help you understand everything that you've gone through and how it brought you to where you are today. And from there, from this new role, this new pathway where things are starting to get better, the light is starting to enter in your life, now things are starting to make sense. This will be something that you hold on to in a very strong way, because now that you've seen that you were never left alone and that you were never left without hope for things to get better, now that things are getting better, you're getting evidence, you're holding evidence, and now you have more trust, even more trust to where you're being led. And so what you need to hear now is that with the diamond here, you'll be receiving something great in the next couple of days. Pile number 2. Why did I say days? I heard it in my ears very strong, because I usually don't like to be that specific with timing, but I heard it in the next few days. Maybe even on the 21st, we said the precipice, right? So the 21st is the precipice from one zodiac sign to the other. So yeah, it looks like somewhere around this time. So you'll be getting something big during that time, pile number 2. And it's going to help you rise, especially in your situation. 3 of Wands shows that you'll be starting something new then. Not that maybe you are going to be starting something new, like a new project, but I mean here, you're like entering a new type of journey, even if it's within what you're already living or doing. But there is a renewal energy here. Something completely new. And we see a rabbit waiting. You've been waiting for this, and it's coming very slowly. But look at that. You're like, oh my God, it's actually finally here. It was so slow, but Can I rub my eyes? The tortoise has finally arrived. It finally made it. Thank you. You've taken so long. Where have you been all this time? And so the tortoise is here, pile number 2. With the rabbit, could this be abundance? Could this be money that you've been waiting for? Could this be a new job? Could this be something within your job, something within your relationship? Your partner has finally had this aha moment, or maybe the diamond someone's proposing. It's really a general reading, but I will tell you that whatever you've been struggling with, not being able to control, you weren't really supposed to control. You were supposed to learn from it. You were supposed to go through it as part of your spiritual journey. And why did you go through it? You will totally understand and put the picture together when you see how things are starting to unfold by that time, this month, pile number 2. Everything to you will start making complete sense, and you will realize that things had to go the way they did, so that you end up in this best or favorable position that you will be in, or let's say are in, on this during that time of your life, or maybe on the 21st, who knows. Until then, pick your battles, or maybe you know what we're talking about, and by then, until then, I mean, you're being advised to pick the things you're going to talk about, or pick the tasks that you need to do. There's some picking here that I see in your reading, but really depends on what this new beginning is, or what your situation is. If you don't know, then you'll know by then. And remember this advice when things start unfolding. If this is a marriage with the diamond here, then pick the things that you want to talk about before you begin that commitment. Be bold about it and speak about uncomfortable things to make sure that you move ahead with confidence. If this is an opportunity that you got at work, then pick carefully the agreement between you and the person, the manager or the partner or the company that you're dealing with, to make sure that both of you have your rights and that you're safe and that this apple is not poisonous. So being prepared is key here with that grand time that is happening at this during that time of the month. There's a great rise, and you're being asked to be careful because you want it to be beneficial, just like an apple, and powerful and not poisonous. Pile number 2. So yeah, be careful with that. Be ready to have the talk, or if it's tasks, be ready once you get an opportunity with what exactly you need to do, because starting it off right will ensure that you continue your journey the way that you want it exactly. By the way, if you've been seeing a lot of 4s, because I see a lot of 4s in front of me, and this 4, this is just an extra layer of confirmation. If you've been seeing a lot of 4s, this is what it's been trying to tell you. Something big is coming for you. Pile number 2. Something that is coming that will help you understand exactly why things have been going the way that they have. I also want to note pile number 2. Mysteries revealed in the eyes of Isis. So with Isis, with the mysteries, I mean, we've already established that something is happening. But what I want to add here is that you do not see this coming unless you already know about what we're talking about and it has been revealed to you. This is something on a big scale that you are not expecting whatsoever. And this is perhaps why you have the 7 of Pentacles here telling you to pick or to be discerning in that, because as amazing as it is, there are some things you have to do to ensure you receive it the right way. You know how sometimes you can receive the same things, but one receives it and it's a blessing and the other is not. Like, for example, gifting two people the same type of car. If one person follows the rules and asks the little, asks questions about where is the emergency button, or, just knows how to drive the car properly, follows the rules, then this person is going to have a great time with their car. But if someone takes that same blessing or the same car, drives around recklessly, didn't listen to the instructions as he was buying the car or she was buying the car, that could turn out to be a very, very bad experience, right? So the blessing is there, and it's a marvelous one, and it's one you wouldn't fathom or expect. Unless you know about it now, you wouldn't. And so once it's there, because it's such an amazing thing, it's always important to do the necessary, or to have the hard talk, or to do the necessary precautions to keep that amazing blessing that is coming up in your life. So pile number 2, that was your reading. This is what you needed to hear right now. I wish you the best. May you always be blessed, my dear pile number 2. This was your message. I hope you receive with gratitude and with your heart always being happy. That was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. And by the way, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check my other channel. You find it as the first link in the description box. And also subscribe to this channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 2. This book is small, straight to the point. You won't procrastinate, you won't waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person or a disciplined person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook if you enjoy audiobooks. And pile number 2, it was such a pleasure. So excited for you. Wishing you the best of luck. May you enjoy this beautiful blessing coming in. That was your reading, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful red Jasper as well as the Lunar Queen. Cannot wait to dive into your reading. Looks very interesting. There we go. It says she of the celestial crescent. Okay. Let's put it right there and take a look at the rest of your cards to find out what you need to hear right now. We'll be starting off with your oracle cards. Yes, I remember during the shuffling process you had 2 of these cards. So your first card says renewed. I knew it with the lunar cycle. So you have renewed. On the shadow side, it says wary. Right, makes absolute sense. Okay, let's put it right here. You have the 18th moon mansion that is ruled by Pluto and Neptune in Scorpio with sacrifice. Yes, that makes so much sense. Your message is getting clearer and clearer. It's like we're adjusting the lens as we pull out your cards. So you have the, is it pronounced the gavel? Involvement with the law. And you have dog, protection from a powerful friend. Okay, that's wonderful. With the gavel, I feel like, yeah, what is written is now about to be implemented. Okay. What is written for you to happen. So let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the, of course, wonderful. You have the Ace of Swords. you have the Two of Cups with love. You have, whoa, Invocation. That's an extra card in this deck. Definitely, my goodness. Again, the lunar cycle and the Invocation card has the same meaning that we're seeing here. Mind-blowing. Your message is clear. You have the Knight of Cups. Beautiful. You have the Ace of Pentacles, of course. Right. You have the Empress. The Four of Swords. And finally, you have the Five of Swords. Okay. I'm not sure yet what the Five of Swords is referring to actually, but I'm sure as we take a look at your cards, clearly we'll be able to find out. But all in all, your message is very clear. We see with the lunar cycle the idea of the creative moon cycle, the creative power, no, the cycle of creative power and flow. It's called creative power and flow. So we see here with the sacrifice in this lunar mansion, again, lunar mansion, unbelievable. We see you've sacrificed a lot of time working on something. With the dog here, you've protected it, you've put in all the work, you've put in your creative juices, and you're waiting for something now to happen, right? You're worried about the results. You don't know that after all of the work you put in, whether it's really going to bring you results or not. But here is exactly the thing. And perhaps this is what the Five of Swords is actually discussing. Mind tricks. Anyways, we'll get to that in a second. But we see here with the sacrifice that... Oh, sorry, not with the sacrifice. I see, sorry, with the... I wanted to say with the gavel. Is it pronounced gavel? Gavel? With the gavel. That actually now is the time for an amazing new beginning for you with the Ace of Swords, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. So what you're worried about, or yeah, what you're worried about is not going to happen. Everything that you put in is going to create a marvelous new beginning for you. Something big is going to happen because of that energy and that work that you put in. You must be really proud of yourself. We see that with the Knight of Cups. You put in a lot of work, and whether things happen or not, you're very proud of that, all of that sacrifice of time and effort that you've put into that, I don't know, study or job or project, something of the sort. And so your reading with the Lunar Queen and now as well with the Invocation is very clear. We're seeing that with this renewed energy, it's now the time of flow. Remember when we talked about the cycle of creative power and flow? The cycle of creative power and flow is very similar to one of the Bhagavad Gita's concepts of putting all that needs to get done to get success, but then letting go after you put in that work, and having acceptance and letting the universe take its flow. And that's the same energy here. With the cycle of creation, you are now starting a new phase. Something is happening for you, right? And so you're being advised to release. Now is the time to just enjoy the process, rest, and that does not mean not working or not continuing to put in the effort. That simply means emotionally not being wary, but matching the energy of the new phase or the new moon cycle in your life to get to the other side. So if you're really worried and the energy of renewal is there, renewed and wary do not match. And just as you put in the work, now is the time to sit back, relax, and let the process get into the flow without you having to control or force it, right? To let it be. Psychologically, continue to work if there's need, if there is work to be done. But within you, do not worry about it. Know that whatever should happen will happen. Have an open mind. Continue to do what you believe you should be doing without worrying, without maybe obsessing about the results. And you will see that letting that flow go and enjoying the process, just let it be. Sometimes it's going to be an up and sometimes it's going to be a down. Let it flow, pile number 3. And you will see that as you allow this flow to go through you effortlessly, without worrying very much about the sacrifice that you put in, you will see that it will create this marvelous new beginning. You will allow this cycle to happen, the flow to happen. And so, do know that it's a combination of two things: your efforts and the flow of the universe. And so, to allow these two things to combine, one must always have acceptance. And so here with the Empress, perhaps it's time to heal and rejuvenate. Yes, do what needs to get done, but don't fall into, now we understand, don't fall into the trap of 5 of Swords, of hurting yourself by yourself. Worrying about every little thing that may go wrong or may happen. Please keep your eyes open, but I mean psychologically, to hold your breath tight and go, oh no, as we all do, and let it flow the way it's supposed to flow. If there's something in your hands to do, then do it. If not, just let it flow. Let it flow through you. Learn from it, grow from it. Put in the actions that you're supposed to put. But your main message here, as well as the flow, is that with the lunar cycle, the invocation card explains that as you learn the lesson, you get to the other side. That's clearly what the invocation card talks about. In fact, let me just read that one line to you. Hold on. There we go. Reach out to the guardian of the first threshold. They will test your resolve and worthiness to cross over. So we see here, once you allow that flow, you learn to trust and allow that flow. You cross to the other side and you get exactly what you want. Don't let the flow stop stop with you. Be a medium for it to flow through you. Pile number 3. And now that we understand that, I really see why there was the importance of the 5 of Swords. I was like, what is the 5 of Swords doing here? Yes, it really shows, don't be the one to stand in your own path. Pile number 3. And enjoy my beautiful pile 3, that new beginning. We kept talking about what is needed, but we didn't talk much about the other side. Pile number 3, look forward to amazing results coming because of the hard work that you put in. I'm sorry I focused so much because I wanted to make sure I deliver this message, but with the Empress, something is being born. Your hard work is paying off now. In fact, the 2 of Cups is all about reciprocation. So what you put in, you will get out, and you'll be very proud of all of the work you put in. You're holding a trophy here. You've went so far, and now it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor, the success that is coming with every bit of effort that you put in, my dear pile number 3. Let's take a look together at how this success is looking like for you. Now that we've got your message very clear, because this is a reading about what you need to hear right now. And I see that you needed to hear how to let this process work. But with the gavel, I'll check how it's pronounced right after I'm done with the reading. The time is now. You're getting that now. So let's see. You look to me like you're very proud of everything you've done. Okay, so it's that card. 3 cards, and I feel this one. I really do. There we go. So how is it going to look like? What you're getting here. So you have the 5 of Cups, 2 of Swords, 4 of Cups. So sweet. We see a story here. King of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. We see here that you're quickly moving from a time of worry to a time where you're receiving some things, not everything that you want yet, but it's calming you down, because now you're starting to gauge the ambiance. You're starting to gauge the results. Things are happening. Maybe not in the beginning as exactly how you wanted, but it's the beginning of you seeing, yes, it's happening. Now I can see that it's starting to happen. I'm starting to really believe this is working for me, right? And then we see with the 4 of Cups, during a time where usually the 4 of Cups is not being satisfied and looking for something, but we see this person or this figure resting, and it's pulling on the idea from the previous cards of you resting, because maybe it's not everything that you want, but you know it's coming, and it is. You have the cup that you're looking for right there. So we see you being patiently waiting, because you know it's happening, you're receiving bit by bit, and then bam, here. Because you're okay with that slow progress in the beginning, you're receiving something big. So you're waking up to something grand all of a sudden, because of the results that you've been waiting for. And with the great news, you're finally coming out of worry sometimes, and you're getting into very favorable times that you have been looking for and wishing and hoping for exactly on the other side. So do know, pile number 3, that it's gradual. Again, just like the cycle of the moon. And that's perhaps why you were drawn to the Lunar Queen. And so we can clearly see here that these little results will feel really good for you, because at least you know you're in the right direction. But do know that at some point with the slow result, it's going to go bam. Like I said, I can't help, I love this scene right there. And you're getting it all. It's happening, pile number 3. This is exactly what I see in your reading, my dear pile number 3. I hope you've enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed your reading very much. It's full of beautiful details, so wise. So I'm thanking your spirit guides for really delivering all these beautiful information and jewels to us. That was your reading, my dear pile number 3. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure to check my other channel out. You'll find it as the first link in the description box. And also subscribe to this channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 2. This book could really help you out in your journey. It's small, straight to the point. You won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you will really find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person, all while enjoying the process. You'll find that this book truly holds true to this promise. And if you're interested in checking it out, or maybe reading the reviews or anything like that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books like I do. And that was your reading, my dear pile number 3. I have enjoyed it immensely and wishing you the best from my heart. So excited for you, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful green Aventurine, as well as Truths Unveiled, the Revelation of Isis. Wondering what this is about? Let's keep your main card here. Yeah, truth is being revealed here. Let's see what this is. Pile number 4. So we're taking a look at what you need to hear right now, and we'll be starting off with your oracle cards. So you have hope on one side. The shadow aspect of this card is hopeless. You have the gibbous waxing air moon with promotion. And you have bear, danger, especially in money matters. All right, we'll keep this here and let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the 4 of Cups, there we go, with blended pleasure. You have the 2 of Wands with dominion. The King of Swords. The 7 of Cups. The 10 of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. Right next to the bear, interesting. Caution. The Ace of Pentacles. And you have the 2 of Pentacles. Do you see how this duck has a lot of feathers flowing around? And it's kind of like maybe you've been seeing signs, but not our signs. That too, but I mean you've been seeing signs that something is not going right with someone. So we see here in your reading being precautious, especially with this this Page of Wands. You're new to an experience, maybe with a person, or maybe it's with something that you're doing in life. Maybe you're entering a new loan, applying for a loan. Maybe you're working in a new company. It doesn't have to be with a person, but all in all, you've been seeing red flags maybe, or signs that something may not be right. And that's what you have with Truth Unveiled here. Although things may look okay on the outside, especially with the 10 of Pentacles, you have a feeling with the 7 of Cups. You can't put your finger on it, but you kind of feel that something is just not right. And a lot of the times when we feel like something is not right, we may not always trust it, especially if things seem okay, right? We don't want to ruin things that are okay just because we might have a fleeting thought or feeling about something. But a lot of the times that you have a bad feeling about something, you're not feeling right about something, and you maybe ask your friend or ask some people around, do you feel something wrong with this person? And everyone's like, no, nothing seems wrong with this person. They're so nice. But you feel something is not right. And you tend to be right at the end. You do see that this person may stab you or others in the back. And you had that nudge in the beginning. So your reading really is discussing something with promotion. This is something new. You're either starting something new, or like we said, you're getting into, maybe it's a new job or a manager. This is not to, or taking a loan. This is not to make you afraid and leave the job or not talk to the people. Your reading is just highlighting that if you're not feeling right about something, you may need to explore it and put your finger on it and see exactly why something doesn't feel right. And speaking of the signs, you feeling things, do you see how this duck is balancing itself on its own little child, on its own leg? So something is integrally not right in this situation. Two of Wands is a card of exploration. It's asking you to explore and to put your finger on it. King of Swords, to think rationally about it, because a lot of the times we're very excited about with promotion, something new, something that gives us a high, something that gives us hope in something, and maybe it's a connection that you have with others and you don't want to ruin it, but you really are being advised to explore that feeling, because by exploring that feeling, you don't have to throw something necessarily away. But now that you are trusting your feeling, you're also building that other perspective that you really need. And getting more information never harmed us. It's staying oblivious that puts us in a weaker position. And that's why they say knowledge is power. And so getting more information to react in a better way, or to put yourself in a better position with whatever you're doing, or to secure yourself, never harmed anyone. And this is why your reading is showing you that you may be getting into some sort of danger. Danger is a big word. We're not going to copy the word here. We want to say that you may be getting, and you see the bear, and there's a bear hand here. So that something is creeping out that was in hibernation maybe, or you weren't seeing it. It may cause a change in season, and that badness can come out in the wrong time. So always exploring maybe your options, or exploring the situation, finding out more about it will put you in a great position with the Four of Cups. It says here blended pleasure. If you're wondering why does the Four of Cups have blended pleasure, that's because this is a Thoth deck, and it obviously has different meanings. So yeah, we see that you win by further exploring, and not just that, but studying the situation. So gather information by asking questions, asking other people, following what you're feeling, not believing it, but let it guide your way. See, why are you getting these bad feelings? Is it something that is overlooked, or is it something that is over exaggerated? And from there, you'll gain some important perspective to go through this situation in a far more discerning way than you would have had you not thought about it well. Pile number 4 is exactly the message that we see in your reading. I feel although there's a bad feeling, you're torn between two things. Torn between following that feeling or losing that benefit, something of that sort. And since this is the situation, let's get further guidance on what you're advised to do here. So what is pile number 4 guided to do exactly, please? Oh. All those cards, wow, but I really feel them. Okay. Let's divide them. Divide and conquer. We have 7. So let's open up the first 3. 3 of Wands. Queen of Swords. And 6 of Pentacles. What are the other 4? Knight of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. Aha, okay. Ace of Swords. And the Page of Cups. Really, this whole reading is telling you to look out after yourself. Look out for yourself. Hold on, pile number 4. My apologies, pile number 4. So as we were saying, the Page of Cups is showing us that your spirit guides are really telling you to look after yourself. Pile number 4. That's very important here in this situation. And so here's the plan. It's so interesting. It's like your spirit guides have mapped out a plan for you in detail to help you tread through this tricky situation and get the benefit from it in a successful way. So here we see with the 3 of Wands, do you see there are messages here or envelopes and letters? So your spirit guides are telling you continue to collect information while being calm and tranquil. Don't make any sort of reactions. Don't take any action as you listen to the information. Just stay calm, cool, as you collect the needed information about this place or this person or this deal that you're making, that you don't feel too good about. Calmly collect information as if everything is normal. Then proceed with the Queen of Swords to think on your own. Right, so now that I have all of this information, what do I need to do exactly? And the more you put thought into it, the more you're going to come up with a very smart action plan. And as you think about it, you're going to get very excited with the ideas that you're coming up with. And so your spirit guides are saying with the 6 of Pentacles, as you implement these ideas, be careful not to expose that you understand the information that you have. Really a weird message, but I have to portray exactly what I'm seeing. So start taking action without revealing what you know, right? In fact, this is what we see here with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a steadfast energy. No need to take quick action, but plant the seeds carefully with the educated decisions and information that you have collected and put together. So take the right action in the right place, plant the seeds, do things slowly, but confidently is the key here. And as you take educated plans and implement them slowly but with confidence, pile number 4, we see here that you put yourself in a very favorable position in this situation, allowing you to solve what you were worried about here, of you noticing or feeling that something is off, but at the same time not wanting to waste the situation that you have. So tread carefully, be discerning, and most importantly, As you collect knowledge, don't expose what you know. As you take action confidently, again, don't expose that you're up to something. I don't know what this is about, but I am confident that as I'm relaying the information to you, this is a message that you need to hear, and you will probably know what this is about, and you, I'm sure, will be able to incorporate it exactly in your life. And pile number 4, this was your reading. I am wishing you the best of luck in your life, and I wish you take the benefit from this situation without having to accept what you don't like with it along the way. So yes, pile number 3, that was your reading. Wishing you the best. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check my other channel out. You'll find a link to this channel first thing in the description box. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 4. This book could really help you out in your journey of being productive and manifesting what you want, becoming more self-disciplined, because it's really small, straight to the point. You won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. It's not meant to be a torturous one. It's one that you're meant to enjoy. And you'll find that this book really shows you how to do that. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook if you love and enjoy listening to books like I do. And pile number 4, wishing you the best. That was your reading. I hope you go off. Take care of yourself, dear one. As your spirit guides are saying, you'll be in a very favorable position. And that was your reading. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.